So, what do y'all think about a fight between Ricky Hatton and the legendary Marco Antonio Barrera? Because as you guys can tell by the title, it's official. They'll be fighting this year in an exhibition. Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing. And please hit that like button. It helps out the video. It helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So I think sometime within the past 6 months for sure, there were talks. There were some reports saying that there's a possible chance for an exhibition between Hatton and Marco Antonio Barrera. Recently, in the past couple years, mainly during COVID, there's been a rise of retired professional boxers coming back to the sport fighting in exhibitions. I guess they saw how Mike Tyson came back against Roy Jones, and that made a lot of money. So I guess, if it made money, maybe it could work for other ex-professional boxers, retired boxers, coming back for exhibitions, and that's the case here as well, I guess. I don't know how much both fighters are making, but I'm sure this will sell over in the UK. Recently, Marco Antonio Barrera was actually in a recent exhibition not long ago, sometime I think this year, in 2022, against Daniel Ponce de Leon. I think there was a lot of boxing going on that day, so not many people really mind to cover it. But I remember making a video about it, maybe just reading about it. But anyway, if you follow Ricky Hatton on social media, we're currently looking at his his Instagram at Ricky Hitman Hatton. Go follow him, and he recently posted up this photo. The Hitman rises, Hatton versus Barrera, July 2, 2022 at the AO Arena in Manchester, and he posted up this caption right here. He posted up a much more viewed in of the caption on Twitter. Go follow him also on Twitter at Hitman Hatton. Anyway, here's what he said, and I'll just read it for you guys. He said, and I quote, it reads, "The greatest pleasure in life is doing what people say you can't do. With mental health, your head hears things such as this constantly. You can't do this, you can't do that, nobody loves me, I'm useless, I've had enough, I want to give up, etc., etc. I was in that place several years ago. Well, I changed my way of thinking and my attitude. I had to be positive in everything, and I did. As a father, as a grandfather, as a son, a boxing trainer, as a man. In doing that, I'm in a position come July 2nd to show everyone what you can do and how you can put your life back on track if you live by them rules. Take them steps and make the changes needed. You can come out of the darkness into the light. If you don't believe me, wait and see the show. If you don't believe me, wait and see the show me and Marco Antonio Barrera are gonna put on for you July 2nd. We're retired, not dead. I still have dreams. I'm living them. It's not how you fall, it's how you rise that defines us. Ricky X hashtag Hitman Rises." And I apologize for the way I read. I suck at reading. Yeah, if you guys remember, if you didn't know, after his loss to Manny Pacquiao, he really went into the deep end. Went into drugs, was contemplating suicide, and he really went down, and it was pretty much done after that, after the Pacquiao loss. And then he came back. If you guys remember, he came back against Vyacheslav Shevchenko back in 2012, and I still remember that day. I still remember, hearing that he was coming back, and I was super excited. I was super excited to see Hatton back inside the ring, and I was really rooting for him. I was hoping he'd pull it off. He would come out there and win the fight against Shevchenko and get back on a winning streak and maybe have one more shot at the world title. That's what I thought was going to happen, but that was not the case. Shevchenko ended up going there and knocking him out in the ninth round, and a lot of people were saddened by it and disappointed. I was too, but after 3 years outside of the ring and going through what he did, and he had to lose a lot of weight too. If you guys remember, he looks big now, but he was even bigger after the Pacquiao fight, and he had to lose all that weight, and he was in very, very good fighting shape, but in the end, Senchenko was just a little bit too much for him. It was for a fight, for not fighting for 3 years, for more than 3 years, to come back against a top contender like Senchenko. You got to give him props for that. Maybe he should have taken an easier fight and then step in there against Senchenko, but he wanted to test himself, and he ended up getting knocked out. It is what it is. He retired again after that, and since then he's been focusing on being a boxing trainer, focusing on his son Campbell Hatton, who's now a professional boxer, who who's trying to make a name for himself as well. So that's what Ricky Hatton has been doing lately. I mean, he seems to be doing fine, but right now he's it's a little heavy on the heavy side, so he has to lose that weight. As for Marco Antonio Barrera, I still remember when he retired in 2011. I remember watching the Jose Arias fight. I was just scrolling through the channels, I can't remember. I think it was one of those sports Spanish channels. I was just scrolling through it, and I came across it one night, and I was watching it. It was in Spanish commentary, so I didn't really understand what was going on. But I saw it was Marco Antonio Barrera, so I thought I'd tune in. I watched it, not knowing that was his last fight. I did not know his last fight until the next day when I read articles. That he was retired after that. But yeah, he fought once in 2011, which was his last fight. He hasn't fought professionally since then. His last loss was against Amir Khan back in 2009. He fought in the UK against Amir Khan. A lot of people showed up for that fight, so I'm sure a lot of people will show up to see him again for this fight, for this exhibition fight. And he's been busy with his commentary job. I think he's one of the commentators for one of the boxing sports channels in Mexico. I'm not entirely sure which one, but he seems to doing pretty well for himself. But here he is doing an exhibition with Ricky Hatton, and man, I'm interested to tune in. I'm definitely gonna tune in. But both fighters have to lose some weight. I don't know how serious this exhibition will be, or is it just pity patty sparring style, or they're gonna try to knock each other out. Exhibitions don't really count to your records, and plus they use heavier gloves. So yeah, I mean, it's just more for show. I don't know if it's for charity or what, but it's happening. It's happening again, July 2, over at the AO Arena. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.